We've got £100 million to spend. And you already know that I've signed players. You know how this works. £100 million. Let's go spend it. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 18th episode of the FM22 Salford in the Prem Save with me, Raxel FM. With today, it is the transfer special for the start of the third season of this FM Save. Well, third season of Salford in the Prem, but like the 7th episode in total for Salford. And, of course, we're still in the Premier League, trying to sign and sell as many players as we possibly can with the amount of money we've been given. £100 million. Before we go into the business we've already done and our plans for the rest of the transfer window, please make sure you do smash the like button, as well as subscribing to the Raxel FM YouTube channel so you don't miss the daily-ish Football Manager content coming your way with this series, as well as transfer guides. Can we please smash 10 likes to celebrate the amount of money that we've got to spend? And without any further ado, let's go over who we have signed and who we have sold since last time we saw each other. You know I'm starting with the sales. It's just what you got to do it. It creates suspension, and I've actually only sold one player, which is less than I thought. Actually, I'm pretty certain I've sold more players in there, but they must be in the next tab as I roll over. But Ben Wilmot is the first player that we have sold for £11 million. Very happy with that margin of profit. He was never a starter for us. He played a lot of games in his first year. Second year, not so many. And I think now he's just going to be a rotation player. And I think £11 million is a pretty good fee to get for a man that is a rotation player. No, what? I've definitely sold more players than that. Now we're going over to the out category. Here we go. There's players joining, but just not quite yet. Nygren is also leaving the football club, and he is leaving for 14. It doesn't say anywhere, does it? I guess term. I guess maybe here. Yeah, there we go. £14 million. Krell going to Valencia again. £14 million. Also getting rid of Palestri for £5.75 million. So they're still in the football club, but they are certainly going to be leaving. The money's already in our account, so I'm hoping that they will do well in their future. Nygren's probably the only one I'm really gutted about, because he has been such a decent performer for us in the Prem, but last year not doing the best, and with the signings that we've made and the signings that I'm planning on making, I don't really need any more wingers. So going on to who we have brought in, the first one, well, to be fair, you don't really know who these people are, so actually it doesn't really make sense for me to be hiding it. Willian is a centre-back from Brazil, 5-star potential ability, 3-star current ability. He looks like he's going to be a good rotation option for us, and I did sign him before I sold Wilmot, so instantly I was like, okay, Wilmot, you're not getting much game time. So he comes in at 21 years of age for just £5 million. Could eventually rise to 11, but even that, of course, would be a bargain for a man of this man's talent. I'm very happy to bring him into the football club. The next player that we've brought is this player that I think you might actually recognise as a player from real-life Liverpool team, 23 years of age at this point in time, Musi Alowski. I believe I'm saying that kind of correct. He's gone out on loan to West Ham, played a couple of games. No, he's played 0 games for Liverpool. That disappoints me just a wee bit. He's never played in the Premier League, in fact. Now that worries me significantly. But his stats are looking good. He's 3.5 current ability. We bought him for just £10 million. Could eventually rise to 15. I think it's a pretty safe gamble. And our last player, £26 million. A release clause was triggered, and it's Rolly Makengo. No connection to the other Makengo in our team, which surprises me considering the fact that they're born very close together. Very close together. No, yeah, look, I thought they were twins for a minute there, but no. Same nationality in the deep diving section. You know, Makengo's is Belgium and Congo, whereas this man is Dutch, but also Belgium and Congo. So I think they're long lost brothers. We're calling them the Makengo twins, and I'm hoping that they create a brilliant combination on the right wing and the striker position. I'm still not sure where I want to play this man, because I do quite like the strikers that we have, and his passing and his vision seems to make me think maybe a Cam would suit him more, but we have plenty of time to work it out, as he's only 20 years of age, coming in for a pretty good fee. I think it's a very good deal. And the amount of players that we've tried to sign as well this transfer window, that haven't gone over across the line. this one being one of the main ones I'm gutted about. Looks like a brilliant cam for the future. 21 years of age, £26 million. Not going across the line. Centre-back option here. Not going across the line again. Picking another team instead of us. But you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to come up. And we are certainly still scouting. Having people on our transfer list that we are looking to bring in. And yeah, of course, as I said, scouting as much as we can. And now, of course, thingamajiggy, a scouting package. It's World. So surely we can get some better players for the first time in a while. In terms of who else I'm trying to get rid of, I think I might loan out Fernandez. Mitchell, I definitely want to sell. Krell will be leaving the club. I want to get rid of Iheanacho as well, because I don't think he's going to get much game time. Although, I want to see him. Oh, Cagliari, if I can get an offer for him, that would be golden. Anyone else that I'm looking to get rid of? I don't think there's anyone else I'm pressingly looking to get rid of. Kovar, I'd be open to selling, because for years he's been getting bids left, right and centre. So if I get like a £30 million bid for him, I think I'm finally going to let him go. And in terms of what I want to improve the squad, I think this entire central midfield 3 needs to be improved upon. Calderon is the one that I think performs the best, but on paper is the worst. 28 years of age with that kind of value, you know, if a bid comes in, I'm not saying no. Fagiolo as well, he's never really been that consistent of a performer. He is wanted by Bournemouth, I think. Yes, there we go. If he wants to leave, I'm not saying no. Silva, definitely going to develop in the future, but has not been that starter that I thought he was going to be when I brought him into the football club. So, every single one of those central midfield options are up for grabs. If I quick pick the best 11, those are the best 3 apparently. So, yeah, improvements need to be made, and I'm looking to make those pretty quickly. In terms of the rest of the team, I would like to maybe improve one more winger. I do like that I brought in Makengo. I do like that the former Liverpool man can play on the left wing too. But I feel more comfortable with just one more high quality option that is going to stamp down the first team spot, especially with how average Elliott was last year, even though he has 4-star current ability. Right back and left back, I think I'm okay with, as of course we're going to be starting Sessegnon in that left back position. Right back, Bogle does a decent job, and again, I'm not too fussed about replacing him. Centre backs, again, all right. You know, Fagan Walcott and Fontaine are going to be my 2 starters. I don't see any reason why I need to switch that up. So it's basically, once again, just going to be a matter of trying to bring in any player that is going to be brilliant, too good to miss out on, seeing who comes up on the transfer list and signing those players. So I'm going to go out, do exactly that. We do have a slight reputation boost, so I'm hoping this will be a slight bit easier than last year, but it's still not the easiest challenge, especially when you're trying to come up against teams like Arsenal, Napoli, bringing in players that you're trying to sign like these. So let's just hope some players pick us over others, and let's hope we find some hidden gems. Okay, it's now the 24th of July. It is much further on than I wanted to come back to you boys and girls, but I was waiting to finalise this deal, and it wasn't finalised. Jonathan David, mate, he had about, I'd say 2.5 weeks to decide to come to this football club. And of course, on probably the 3rd to last day of which he was going to say yes or no to us, he decided he'd get a bid in from Real Sociedad and accept that. However, we have made some other signings, arguably better, but Jonathan David, for like £16 million, would have been an absolutely brilliant deal. Just hasn't quite happened now, has it? But we have done other stuff, as I have said, starting off with the players coming into the club, because, you know, normally I go over the players that leave in the club. So let's switch it up. I think, did I go over? No, I definitely went over Makengo, because, you know, the Makengo brothers. And the players coming in, aside from them, is Hugo Lopez, a left-back wonderkid who was considered to be the best next-gen in this year's Football Manager. So apparently he is a very top talent. And that 3-star current ability and 5-star potential ability does tell me exactly that. I mean, he's considered to be a star player. I don't think he's going to start, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm proud of him. I'm happy to have him in the club, and I think he's going to be a really good signing for us. Another player that I think is going to be a brilliant signing for us is Douglas Luiz. He is 29 years of age now, getting on a bit, but we bring him in for just £12 million, could eventually rise to 26. They ended up getting relegated last year, Aston Villa, so I think now was the time to bring him in. I just like how well-rounded his stats are, so I can play him as a deep line playmaker here, I can play him as a box-to-box midfielder very comfortably, or I can play him as a CDM. So I think he adds a lot of versatility to the team. Really good stats, really good player. I think I'm more than happy to bring him in for just £12 million. In terms of sales, we have gotten rid of a couple of players. Those three have been confirmed. Players going out on loan, left, right and centre. Iheanacho has left the club for £12.5 million. Pretty happy with that fee after bringing him in for 7.5. And with a new striker signing coming in already, and with other strikers coming through the ranks, I think he doesn't deserve to have the game time. So making a profit is always going to be a good thing. Billy Mitchell has finally left the club. Shouldn't have ever brought him, but I've made a profit. I'm great at doing that. I mean, he was nowhere near what I thought he was going to be, and he didn't end up making a single appearance for us in the Prem. Did play some cup games and actually got an assist, to be fair to the man, but very average player. Happy that he's back down in the Championship, and that's all that we've done. And that does seem like not enough to me, but now this is how I think I'm going to line up this year at this current point in time. I'm very, very happy with it, because I've looked at Makengo's stats and I've seen, you know, we do need an out-and-out cam. We don't have any players right now that I think have their best position in cam apart from Makengo. Look at this. He's got the perfect stats for playing as an attacking midfielder on attack. 14 dribbling, 17 first touch, 14 long shots, 13 finishing. Everything else is green or yellow. I think he's going to do brilliantly in that role this year. And playing in that attacking role in the cam, I think as a striker, he should have plenty of experience scoring goals left, right and centre. Left wing, I think is fine as well. I'm not super confident that this man is going to be an insane left wing, but I feel confident enough to start him. Calderon has somehow weaseled his way back into the first team, because I genuinely think that Douglas Luiz will be a better box-to-box midfielder than Fagiolo, and I don't think that Fagiolo will be a better deep line playmaker than Calderon. Like, looking at Calderon's stats throughout the years, last year he got a 7.1, 6.98, 7.31. Well, I guess they're in Championship, so you can't really count them. But even then, if we compare that to Fagiolo in the Prem, his average ratings are nowhere near. And this is a man that's been box-to-box midfielding, left, right and centre. I don't think he deserves to start anymore. So that is what I'm planning for this point in time. However, we still have plenty of time to make some more transfers. 15th of June, July, August? Is it August? It is August. There it says up the top, doesn't it? We still have plenty of time, so probably about 20 days to make some more transfers, and I am still wanting to bring some players in. I think that left wing position and the central midfield spot are my two major priorities, but everything else I'm pretty content with. It's just the fact that we do have still £95 million to spend, and the board literally want me to spend it all. It bothers me, but no one's that great that are coming up. So we're just kind of chugging away, still hoping someone comes up. That's what happened with David, but of course, yeah, that didn't work out. But the amount of times I've found good players and I've been like, oh, nah, I'll go join someone else. It's happened, I'd say, probably a good 5 times this transfer window. David being one of the most frustrating, but there's been countless others as well. So let's hope that we can finalise some deals, get some people across the line. I'm certainly looking for that central midfielder, as you can see here. Let's see who we can bring in. Let's see if we can make a decent signing. Well, it's finally time. We're versing Arsenal and Manchester United in our first 2 games of the season, which are going to be in tomorrow's episode. But for now, let's go over what we have done since last time we saw each other. We still have £80 million, which means I've done some transfers, but not too expensive ones. So let's go over what we have done, starting with the sales. I'm not sure who we last sold, but the next player that we've sold is Dara Rice, and he has gone for £5 million. Bought him in on a free. Didn't think he would reach a high potential, so I'm happy to sell him. Olivieri, Dawes, Afandi, who is a player I've just signed, have all gone out on loan, along with Fernandez, Byth, Powell and McKingo. So some real high quality youngsters going out on hopefully successful loans, just because I don't think they're going to get much game time if they stick around. Moving on to the signings, I guess I will start with this Afandi dude. He's come in for just £94,000, and when I saw that, I was just like, well, I may as well take a stab in the dark at him. He's over 21. He didn't end up being one of those under 21s, £94,000 bargain. It's ended up being a pretty decent transfer, as he's got a decent current ability, a decent potential ability, some nice stats, and he's gone out on loan to West Brom for a full wage, and hopefully it'll get even better as he's out on loan at that football club. But the big signing that we have brought in is Javi Simmons. I'm very happy with this man. I think he completes our midfield with a very nice amount of decent stats here and there. Still 24 years of age as well, so can improve. I'd like to get his shooting up just a wee bit more, and I'm not sure whether or not he's better at the deep line playmaker defence or maybe the box-to-box midfielder, but either way, he's a pretty decent player. And for the price I paid for him, I think it's a very good signing. £20 million, could eventually rise to 32, but even that, I think, again, is a bargain for this young man. So, welcome to the club, Javi Simmons. Not the only central midfielder that's been brought in though. Chowdhury has come in on loan, not quite as young as Simmons, but at 29 years of age, he's got experience, he's English, and he's only coming in on loan. We can buy him for £10 million at the end of his loan. I think even that would be a really good deal, but I don't feel a desperate need to, as when I look at the team, it doesn't even get on the bench, because we've still got Calderon, Fagiolo, Silva, lots of players. I actually kind of regret loaning out Fernandez, because we now don't have a reserve striker, so I might be recalling him at some point soon and do it in 28 days, so that might be an option that is going to be becoming a real possibility. But now this is what my best 11 looks like, in my opinion. Bogle, Fagan, Walcott, Fontaine, Sessegnon, Kova, Douglas Louise, Simmons, McKingo, Elliott, Musi Alowski, and Moller up top. I'm pretty happy with that. I think this is a very strong 11. I think it's definitely going to be able to push for European football this year. Let's take a look at what the media think we're going to do this year. 11th place? I mean, that's more respect than the media normally is giving us. They think our key players are going to be Elliott and Musialowski. So I can kind of get behind those. Those two, both English former players, Liverpool former players, hoping that Elliott has a better season than he did last year. I mean, he did get 8 assists, which isn't terrible, but I want to see more from him this year. And he's going to get a starting position on the right wing, but very quickly he could be replaced by Abenkovic, Rodrigo, Leno Sek, who I think now I'm going to keep around the football club. Do feel quite bad not loaning him out, but with McKengo going out, I don't really want him to be knocking around the squad, just doing nothing on the bench. But Leno Sek, I feel like, is a little bit worse, so I have a bit less guilt not playing him. So that's the transfers that we've done. We can still do a lot more. And we still have quite a few youngsters that we can bring in, luckily, unlike last time where I didn't realise what the rules were. But it's just a matter of the right player coming up. And so far, only a couple of correct... Ooh, oh, no, not that good. Only a couple of the correct players have been coming up, so we're just hoping to get as many more quality, top quality players as we possibly can, like Simmons, Douglas Louise, McKingo, and Musialowski. I'm pretty happy with the signings we have made, but we just need to make a couple more. But I'm happy with how we are looking right now for our first game against Arsenal. Make sure you do smash the like button as well as subscribing so you don't miss tomorrow's episode or whenever I upload it, where we will be versing Arsenal. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. Make sure to smash the like button as I said before. I'll see you all later.